Sairam everyone, welcome back to our history class, and we'll be continuing with our revision of the lesson Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. So let's continue. We were talking about socialism. We have taken the first part of the lesson, that is socialism in Europe. Now in that we will talk about the coming of socialism in Europe. Okay, so let's continue. Actually children, the idea of socialism is to all the resources which are there, it should be equally distributed amongst the people. That is the idea of socialist as against the capitalists. What happened was, by the mid-19th century, the idea of socialism attracted widespread attention, and those who followed these ideas came to be known as socialists. It attracted many. I'll tell you the reason why it attracted many people. We saw workers during the Industrial Revolution. What happened with them? They had to face many problems. Problems like sanitation, housing, low wages, long hour works, unemployment at times. So there were many problems these workers had to face, and these problems were the reason they were attracted to the ideas of socialism. As in socialism, all are treated equally. Profit is shared equally amongst the people. Children, these socialists were against private property. They considered it as the root cause for all the problems or all ills in the society. Individuals owned private property, that is in capitalist, right? It was prevailing in the society, present in the society. They were the owners of property. They employed workers in their industries, in their factories, who produce goods. Workers produce goods. And from these produced goods, the owner earned profits, right? But these owners, they were concerned with personal profits, personal gains, and they had nothing to do with the welfare of the workers. Okay, and that's the reason the socialists, they wanted a society as a whole should control the property, so that these profits can be distributed amongst all. Children, here can you see on your monitor? They are the philosophers and socialist thinkers. Towards the extreme left is Robert Owen. With him we have Louis Blanc. Here Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Okay? They are the ones who gave us this idea of socialism. They played a very important role to change society from capitalist to socialist society. Just think, how could a society operate without property? How could a society without property operate? Okay, the socialists wanted property, but property will be there, but it will not be owned by any individual, or it won't be privately owned, but it will be owned by the society as a whole. Now, the next question was, what would be the basis of socialist society? That is how will this society work, or how will this socialist society function? All these ideas were given to us by these thinkers. Just now we saw these thinkers, these philosophers. They gave us these ideas of socialist. Now, socialists, thinkers, philosophers had different vision, different views about the future of the society. Some thinkers, they believed in the ideas of cooperatives. Now, what are these cooperatives? Okay, what are these cooperatives? I'll tell you. Cooperatives is association of people. Okay, workers, association of people, or you can say workers working together, earning profits, and then dividing this profit amongst the people according to the work done. This is what is cooperatives. So, some thinkers believed in the ideas of cooperative. As I told you, socialists had different visions, ideas about the future of the society. They differed in their ideas. Now, let us see their contribution in the society. Okay, I'll begin with Robert Owens. Yeah, Robert Owens was born in the year 1771, and he died in the year 1858. Okay, children, he was an English manufacturer, a leading English manufacturer. He owned industries. He was the owner of industry. He was the one who built a cooperative community. Yes, he was the one who built cooperative community, and that community was called as New Harmony. New Harmony was built in Indiana, that is in USA. Now let's talk about Louis Blanc. Louis Blanc was born in the year 1813, and he died in the year 1882, if I'm not wrong. Right now he died in the year 1882. Now children, he was the one, okay, who supported government government encouragement to cooperatives. See, he also believed in cooperatives, but he wanted that this cooperatives should be encouraged by the government. So he wants government to play an important role. He also wants that the government should replace this capitalist. Okay, he wanted cooperative, but under government. Don't forget it. He was not against cooperatives. He wanted cooperatives, but that should be under government. According to him, government should be there to facilitate cooperatives. Okay, now let's see about the ideas of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. Okay, they added more arguments to the ideas of socialism. Karl Marx, he was born in the year 1880 and he died in the year 1883. Now, Karl Marx said that industrial society was a capitalist society. Okay, he argued that the owner, invested capital. The owner of the industry invested capital in the factories. And profit was produced by the workers. This is absolutely right. True fact. But this profit goes into the pocket of the owners. Only of the owners. So, this profit, as I told you, goes into the pocket of the owners, and the condition of the workers remain the same. This is what Karl Marx said. Okay, so the main aim of the owner was to make personal gains, and not, he was least bothered about the welfare of the workers. Karl Marx believed that workers are required to free themselves from capitalist exploitations. Workers had to construct a radically socialist society, and this can be done by overthrowing the rule of private property owners and controlling the property socially. Workers should take over the property, and then the society would be communist society. A communist society was the natural society of the future. See, here is talking about communist society and how he wanted this communist society through socialists. Okay, he want to overthrow capitalists, and then he's talking about communist society. Let's begin with a new topic, that is support for socialism. Now children, by 1870s, this socialist ideas spread, you can say, nearly all over Europe. These ideas that were given by socialist thinkers and philosophers spread all over Europe. many small organizations were set up, and these organizations were based on the ideas of socialism. Okay, on socialist ideas. Now, what happened was all such organizations who believed in socialism or socialist ideas, they came together and formed, international body. Okay, all this organization, they came together and formed international body, and this international body was called as Second International. See here, these associations were based on socialist ideas. Okay, now see, it was renamed as Second International Body. Why Second International Body? Because the first idea was already prevailing in the society. What was that? Capitalist. Okay, and the second largest idea was that of socialism, which was totally against the capitalist. Okay, now children, okay, we see some of these organizations. Okay, some of this organization in Germany, you can say this association, I'll talk mainly about Germany. This association worked with Social Democratic Party, which is also called in short as SPD. Yes, I'm right, SPD. Social Democratic Party. It worked with it, and it helped this Social Democratic Party to win seats in parliament. See, now they were also playing political role. Okay, they were contesting election. Yeah, so they helped this Socialist Democratic Party to win elections, to win seats in parliament. In Britain, the socialists and trade unionists, they formed a labor party together. And Socialist Party was also formed in France. So we saw many European countries, they followed socialist ideas. The children, now similar associations were being formed in many parts of the world, especially in Europe, which was based on socialist ideas. Workers in England and in Germany, they began forming association to fight for better living and working conditions of the workers. They set up funds to help the members in times of crisis or distress. Funds were raised, and they also demanded reduction in working hours. Okay, workers were exploited. They were made to work for long hours. So they demanded reduction in working hours. Lastly, they demanded right to vote. And this was the agenda of this association. Okay, this was the agenda of every association had some aim, had some agenda. So this is what the agenda of this association, to take care of the workers, to help them. Okay, now children, however, see, many European countries, they accepted these ideas of socialist They were following socialism. Okay, they were impressed, they were attracted towards it. But till 1914, socialists never succeeded in forming government in Europe. That means they were not the winners in elections. They did not get majority vote to form government. But their ideas, their ideas did shape the legislation. That is, we saw they helped the Social Democratic Party to win elections. So somehow their ideas shaped the legislation. It helped to shape the legislation. They helped the legislation under the government that were run by the conservatives, liberals and radicals. So who were the governments? It was the conservatives, it was the radicals and it was the liberals. They were the government. But socialist ideas shaped the legislation. It did play part in the government, in the administration. Okay. So children, I'll stop over here. In the next class, we will be continuing with the same lesson, but here we will talk about the other part of the lesson, that is Russian Revolution. Till then, take care. Thank you.